Hello Stampers! I'm Dina Lanzendorf at Inkin' with Dink and welcome to my video. This week I am focusing all of my projects on the Always in My Heart suite. This is one of the suites that is in the new mini catalog, the January through June 2021 catalog. And this suite is right up in the front, starting on page 10. So 10 and 11, and then 12 and 13 are all of the products in the suite. And it really is a great suite for doing more than just Valentine cards. So in my Facebook Live yesterday, I showed you 3 different projects using it. And today I have another really fun one for you that I think you're gonna like. And it's actually bringing in one of the products from the celebration brochure. Okay, so this right here. So if you're ready, let's get started. So I guess I'll start off and I'll show you the card that we're making first. And I think it is absolutely adorable. Isn't that the cutest thing ever? And it says, "You are always in my heart." So this little donkey here is one of our celebration items that you can earn for free. So on page 4, the Darling Donkey stamp set, you can get this set absolutely free with a $50 order. So you can buy $50 of whatever you want in any of the 2 catalogs that we have available right now. So it's a great deal and a super cute cling stamp set. So fun. So to make this card, we're going to start off, we're going to need a piece of Misty Moonlight, and this one measures 8.5 by 5.5. We're simply going to take it, fold it in half to make our card base. Be sure and use your bone folder so that it is nice and crisp. Our next layer is going to be a piece of Whisper White. And this one's going to measure 5.25 by 4. Now, I do want to emboss it. So if you look really closely at this, you can see I have used the textile embossing folder, and I will let you know exactly what it's called in just a second. But before I do that, I want to stamp it first, because trying to stamp over a piece that has been embossed is not an easy thing to do. So I'm actually using one of the stamps that is in the Always in My Heart stamp set, and that's again, "You are always in my heart." So I'm just going to stamp it in the Misty Moonlight, ink it up, and I'm going to stamp it right down here like that. Okay, now I am ready to take it through my die cut and embossing machine and emboss it. So here it is after I have run it through the Tasteful Textile embossing folder. So I love the way it turns out. I like that embossing folder. So now what we're going to do, this is ready to go down on our card front. So we're going to go ahead and put our adhesive on the back and just center it on your card front just like that. All right. Our next layer is going to be this beautiful heart that's cut out from the bundle from the dies, and they're actually called Floral Heart dies. So it's this one right here. So let me grab my machine. And what I am going to do is I'm just going to lay my cardstock down. Going to lay my die down on top, and I'm just going to run it through. Now I'm going to try not to shake my table so much so that the camera doesn't shake and go crazy. But I do want to run this through twice. I know a lot of times once is all it takes, but I want my pieces to fall out super easily. So I will run it through a second time just to make sure that they pop out super easy. So then I've got this right here. All right, so all I'm going to do is peel this off. I'm going to save this heart because it makes a nice heart. I can use it on a different project. And then I'm just going to peel my die cut away from the cardstock, just like that. Now, a lot of times with dies like this, you can poke it through, you can use the roller brush to get them out. Sometimes if you just wiggle it back and forth, a lot of them will pop out. There's all kinds of different things you can do to make sure these all pop out nicely for you. I'm just going to take a second, kind of pop some of them out. I think I explained to you on my video yesterday, I actually like poking these things all out. I know, I like the mundane tasks like this and fussy cutting, and I just find them very relaxing for some strange reason, I know. So, like I said, I'm just going to take a second, poke all these out. I think they poke out super simple, never had any problem with them. Like I said, I do run it through twice sometimes with all the little pieces in this one. Once would probably do it, but I like them to fall out fairly easy. There's one that's grabbing there. There we go. And pop that out there and that out there, and I think that has it. Okay, so let's push all of our pieces aside here. And there is my heart. Now, I don't want to put it all down yet because I want to stick my donkey in it. So I want to put him down pretty close to the same time. So I'm going to set that aside and I'm going to go ahead and make my donkey. So I'm using the donkey in the set that looks like he's sitting down. And I'm just going to ink him all up. Stamp him down like here. Now there are not dies to coordinate with this, so you do have to cut it out. First I'm going to color it with my blends. Love my blends. They make coloring things like this so easy. They are really nice in that you can color your item or your project. You don't have to worry about lines or things like that because since they're blends markers, they just blend themselves all together so that there are no marker lines or anything like that when you're done. So they are super, super easy and fun to work with. So I'm just going to color that much right there. That is my light smoky slate. And this is my dark smoky slate. And all I'm going to do is go through, and where there are lines, I'm going to go through and color. I'm going to do a little bit of shadows. And I'm also going to do his nose, his little paws, and the end of his tail. Okay, so just kind of give him some shadows like that. All right, now he is ready to cut out. He's not very big, so it doesn't take very long to cut him out. I know some of you, though, hate to cut these things out. You can certainly, if you wanted to, stamp him on a piece that you could stick behind. You know, another thing you could do is cut out the middle heart in white and actually stamp him on there and color him. And then you could just piece it back into the little spot. And that way he would still look like he was peeking through, but you wouldn't have to actually cut him out if you didn't want to do that. So remember, I know I always give my tips on cutting, on fussy cutting. Be sure that you leave your scissors facing away from you or pointed away from you, and that your cardstock is what you are turning. Okay. The other thing is to be sure when you are cutting that you leave a white edge around the edge of what you're cutting. That way it's a whole lot more forgiving, so that if your lines aren't straight or anything like that, you are not going to notice it at all because it's against a white background. So be sure you leave that edge on there. All right, now we're ready to put this all down. So I'm going to use my Tombow glue because you know it is my favorite. And I showed you in my video yesterday, I just go through and everywhere there is a thicker leafy set or flowery thing, that is where I put my adhesive. And I have found that that is plenty of adhesive for him to stay down and not be poking up everywhere. So then I'm just going to go through and kind of pat it down so that it can all kick in. And then quickly we're going to put some adhesive on our donkey, because we're going to lift this heart a little bit, slide him in there where we want him, and then poke everything back down. Okay, that way it looks like the donkey is just kind of sliding through the heart. And so there you go. There is your fun card using the Always in My Heart bundle and the Darling Donkey stamp set that is a free item when you spend at least $50. So I was going to look really closely. If you purchase the stamp set and bundle that I have used this week on all of my projects, it is $50.25. You get the stamp set and the coordinating dies, so it will cover you to then be able to get your donkey set for free. So thank you so much for watching today. When you're ready to place your order, be sure you hop over to dinalstamps.stampinup.net. Use my January host code, and when you place an order, as long as it is over $30 before tax and shipping, I will also send you my monthly card kit. My card kit comes with all the supplies to make 2 each of all 3 of these cards. Your supplies will be unstamped, so you can use whatever stamps you happen to have, or if you want to go ahead and purchase the supplies for making these cards while you're placing your order, then you will have what you need to be able to put these together. I will go live a week from Monday on the 18th of January, and will show you how to put the kits together. As long as you place your order with me before the 11th, next Monday, you should have your supplies in hand in time to be able to do the cards along with me. So again, thank you so much for joining me, and I will catch you next time.